I am still here. Thank you, Omoni. Thank you, Omoni Oboli, for bringing this movie. I am still here. I have just seen this movie, I Am Still Here, produced by Omoni Oboli. And honestly, I must say this. If you are a Christian and you have not seen this movie, I Am Still Here, you are missing out something very, very important. Because this movie has brought back the value, or has brought back something that we all somehow we've neglected. Everybody wants to pay back. Everybody wants to take vengeance. Everybody, when you're angry, you want to do me, I do you. That's the main thing. But this movie has reminded us of that Christian value that we should have, of that value that we should all give responsibly, even as a Christian or non-Christian. Forgiveness and moving on, and understanding that there are some circumstances that even if the law is right, but it's not an eye for an eye. Thank you, Omoni. This movie, took me, how do I put it? I just remembered that, is it actually a Christian movie kind of setup, or is just our normal secular Nollywood? Even in the Christian industry, they've missed some of these small, tiny aspects of our lives that are very, very important. Thank you, Omoni Oboli, particularly for bringing back Pastor Patrick Dolly. We see him as a pastor right from childhood. He's always been playing this pastor thing, and for him playing this pastor again in this scene, rather than this movie, has brought back the real Patrick Dolly that we really know. Thank you, Omoni. I must also say, particularly, this movie reflects the Christian value that we're expected to preach. Things that we're expecting, things we expect our pastors to stand on the altar and tell us. This movie has found a way to remind us that we can actually forgive. Not just forgive, we can heal from, incidents, from accidents, from, bad occurrences and all that. Thank you, Omoni Oboli. Then, the movie is not much of suspense, it's not much of action, suspense, but there was a thriller. There's a twist somewhere. I wasn't really liking the movie in the first, and I was watching. I don't want to put time to it. I wasn't enjoying it until there was a twist, and the twist made the movie completely different. That was when we found out that the driver was actually not the killer. The man who was arrested, who has been incarcerated for temporarily with the police, is not actually the one who drove the truck. And from that place, there was a twist, and the movie became extremely interesting for me. So for me, that was, the turnaround point for me in that movie. Thank you, Omoni, for that twist. And again, let's talk briefly about the production. I don't want to talk much about this. Omoni is a big gun up there. Omoni cannot produce movie that you'll be seeing. You'll be saying what picture quality, cinematography, and all that. So I don't want to talk much about cinematography. The movie, those ones are perfect because Omoni has gone beyond that level. She's just up there when it comes to, so production-wise, the techniques, the shooting, the angles, all those ones are perfect. The sound, cool, quiet movie. The production, everything, pure. Thank you for the production. I don't want to take time around that. Then the accident scene. Omoni did not waste time on that accident scene. Maybe around 5-6 seconds. Briefly, Omoni no one crash any car. They didn't destroy anything. They just make it very brief, and I think very brief, 5-6 seconds, and it was done. And the most important thing is that the message was taken, that there was an accident. So there was no too much spending money to go and throw a car from Tomila Bridge, or to make sure you crash and showing people trying to be taken out of the accident. You just said there was an accident, and you just saw a 5-minute clip, and that was all. Thank you, Omoni. There was no crowd in the movie, not too many people, very, very brief, and it made sense. Thank you so much. Then, do you know that this movie has actually done 2.4 million viewers at this time that I'm saying this movie? Today is, I think, 12th of August. The movie came out on the 25th of July. So it's barely 2 weeks, and it has done 2.4 million views on YouTube. Well done, Omoni. Promotion is top notch. You have promoted this movie, and the movie is actually promoting itself. It's actually very, very engaging, and it's not that long, just an hour, 30 minutes or thereabout. Not that long. I really say it is highly recommended that everyone see this movie. It is recommended that everyone sees this movie. I personally recommend, and I don't want to put a rating to it, but it's a very good movie. Thank you for the ending part. Thank you for bringing the message of hope. At least they didn't buy. waiting. You showed that they still got pregnant, and I don't know why you didn't tell us there was twins in that, that pregnancy. That one must be twin. So at least you showed us that everything that was lost was regained. Everything that was lost came back to the family, and they became happy ever after. Thank you, Omonyebule. I appreciate this movie, and I believe guys needs to go and see this movie. If you have not seen it, go and see this movie. Thank you.